So yes, for anybody who may have joined and not noticed, Westy is the developer of this game. It's just been released. Been working on it for 3.5 years, he said earlier. It's very cool. How's that Linux demo coming along? I should ask again. Because if it's available, people can go and check it out. If it's not available, sit tight, because it's probably not far away. Ooh, hurrah! Let's see if I can get through them. These are lovely. I like this aesthetic here, the underground cave thing. Oh, and I completely forgot about that fish. And my audio's being bad.
I think it's just a game. It's not your voice in the stream.
Yeah. No, it's Pulse being dumb, as Pulse is. So I think by the time you get to this level, you've just unlocked blue. Are you gonna come and get me? Come on! If they land on dry land, they can do this. Oh, I bet that.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome.
Good.
All right.
Thanks for the invite.
No, cheers. Thanks for dropping in.
So yeah, sorry, I can't see what you're doing pretty much at all in the stream. So you'll have to dictate to me if you want.
I'm doing 6-3 at the moment, and I'm cheating. I'm like totally drawing some of these things that follow you, the minefish, and drawing them out onto land instead of dealing with them in a tight space.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, there's one that's just past a laser beam, and you can alert it and pull it out.
Oh, you mean you make it break the laser beam and swim under it just as it breaks the beam?
It can swing through the laser beam without taking damage.
Oh yeah, it can, but you can't.
Yeah, so I can pull it out onto dry land, so I don't have to deal with it between the laser beams. I don't know if that was intentional. I thought it was placed there so that you had to deal with it in a tight space.
Do you mean go back from where you came?
Yeah, I go right up to the edge of the laser, and then as soon as it sees me, I go back to dry land, and it follows me through the laser and dies, so that when I press the switch and go in that little laser...
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good catch, isn't it? Yeah, I need to... that's totally an exploit. No way. I can't have you doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure that it wasn't intentional. And I also like being able to run these guys off the edge. If I can do it. I'm not going to do it, he's totally going to kill me. Here we go.
A lot of people aren't happy with watching Hitbox through Flash with their website, so we use Livestreamer, which opens up the stream in VLC.
It's quite handy.
Okay.
I haven't done this with Orange before. This particular encounter is super nasty. I love it. You gotta avoid these two little dudes for ages while this rock moves out of the way. Actually, Orange isn't too bad. Orange is a lot easier, I'm finding, than it was with Blue. Because Blue...
Yeah, a lot of people use Blue in that level.
Well,
which
you
is
just
nice
unlocked him.
Teleport through them, but when there are two of them, yeah, because you just unlocked him. When there are two chasing you, though, teleporting through them is, I'm pretty sure, impossible.
Yeah, I haven't successfully been able to, and if you could, it's like, well, you got to have a lot of momentum because they're straight after you. I'm gonna zip up and just unlock that new containment level. Who have we got there? I should put Mumble on top so I can see. It's Nemoder, how you doing? Good. So we just got Daniel West here, who's the developer of Airscape.
Hey.
This super cute orange octopus destroying game. It's a game where you kill an octopus a lot.
This is the sequel to Yak Yak, right?
Yeah, it's a sequel to Above the Waves. No, it's not. It was kind of embarrassing. I was like, I saw that Daniel was looking for testers, and I was like, yeah, well, if you want someone to help on Linux, I'd be more than happy to. And then I started to play the game, and I was like, oh, hey, look, this is a little bit embarrassing, but it's a very similar narrative and premise to a game I'm working on. And they're very clearly different games, but what a coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah, like on the surface, it looks like one of us is totally cloning the other one, but definitely a case of parallel inspiration.
Yeah, it's like Orange Octopus gets abducted by aliens. That's unusual.
Yeah, I mean, classic.
Yep.
There's been like 5 games that have had that exact same premise, you know. So.
This year, 5 games this year. What am I doing?
This laser is worth its weight in octopus.
Yeah. I kind of... the timings on all of the obstacles are so tight. I really enjoy that. Alright. Although, I don't enjoy that laser is coming for me. Like, I'm pressing the button and I'm like, okay, so now I have a chance to just stop for a moment and think about what I'm doing. No.
Well, we don't like allowing too much time to think.
It's good though. It's
where's the fun in that?
It's one of these things where it's like...
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, one of the main like design things that I was aiming for was really trying to emphasize thinking on your feet and not just repeating the same actions over and over again, but having slightly different situations every time, which means that you'll have to actually think about what you're going to do quickly.
Yeah, I kind of
I don't know if we always succeeded with that, but that was sort of one of the goals anyway.
I like that there's an element of kind of, at least when I'm playing, I do a lot of exploration. It's like kind of, I don't mind if I die, because it's an opportunity to sort of start to discover what's out there and what I have to deal with. And that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely learning by dying is a big part of it again, which is something that a lot of people don't like, I realised.
Yeah, at what point did you realise people don't like that?
Well, I guess it's sort of compounded by the fact that there are some parts that are actually unfair, and times that there are some enemies that you really can't see coming, which is just due to the fact that we didn't really get enough playtesting. So there are a few places like that which can, really get in the way sometimes, but yeah, overall, I mean, it's definitely not for everyone. It's definitely for people who can put up with frustrating games.
I love it. I mean, I feel like that's something that's nearly a bit of a lost art these days. Like, so many people are so interested in handholding that there aren't that many games that are brave enough to just go, hey, if you suck, you suck. And it's up to you to increase your skills.
Yeah, and I really respect games like that, and I enjoy playing games like that. So, yeah, that's what I really enjoy these days. Someone said, will it be released for mobile devices? No, it won't be released for mobile devices.
How would you control that on the cell phone anyway?
Playing this game on a touchscreen would be, for anyone who's played this game, playing it on a touchscreen would be basically impossible.
Yeah.
Release it. Game controller mandatory.
Like, if you have a look at the new game, Super Meat Boy Forever, it's being designed for mobile devices from the ground up, because it has to be. In a game like this, you really have to design it ground up for mobile devices if you want it to have a chance. And this game has 4 buttons that you need to use, which is basically 2 more buttons than you could really kind of have easy control over on a mobile device. So
wait, it's 5 buttons.
So does this track how many times you die?
Yes, an achievement.
It does, but you only see it at the end.
Oh.
And there's also achievements for dying a certain amount of times.
Jesus, getting that one pretty soon.
Cheese, are you able to trip the first mine of the set of 5 and then?
I can, but there's a laser chasing me from behind.
it's one less mine to get yourself killed on.
It's true, but I think
and you can detonate it and continue.
I think I'm meant to
in that
jump
amount of
on
time.
the first low one and then do a small jump after that, something like this. That's what I think I was meant to do.
Oh, okay. Then you're gonna die and go back.
Yeah. These guys are neat. These little mines, like area effect zappy guys that have little timers on them.
These are mines. That's awesome.
And they're pretty cool. But these ones are small, so I should have left it like another half a second, I think. So Daniel, what kind of reception have you had so far? I mean, the game's been out for what, 2 weeks now? Is it 2 weeks or 1 week?
Not quite 2 weeks, more like 1.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, the reception, everyone who plays it seems to enjoy it. The reviews have been quite good. The negative points in the reviews talk about somewhat difficulty curve that isn't very smooth. Like sometimes it ramps up too much too quickly, which is fair enough. It again comes back to playtesting. And then every now and then someone will criticize the screen rotation for causing motion sickness, which you can't really avoid. But there are a lot of options in the game to deal with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is what it is. And honestly, I never really noticed a lot of motion sickness in playtesting. It's mostly just watching it that causes the motion sickness.
Do you feel like players might be reluctant to experiment with the options to control rotation and hopefully improve the motion sickness situation?
Well, that's why there's a reason. Like, that's why I actually make those options like part of the game. Like there are dedicated buttons to control them, and it also comes up in the very first level.
It does.
So hopefully that lets people, experiment with them, and usually they play around a little bit, and they know what it's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like the for people who do have a lot of motion sickness, that turning it right down and using the button to control when the camera snaps, I feel like that's probably going to give them the best experience. And that way it happens in response to an intentional thing.
I'm glad that actually works.
Mm.
I'm glad that actually works. But it is definitely a very different way of playing.
It is. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's one of those things that once you're used to it, it's fine.
A little bit of getting used to, right? Because when you're on the ceiling, your controls are inverted, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
These UFOs, they're not my friend.
They're my friend. I enjoy seeing you.
You love
play
them?
with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you would.
Well, someone's gotta be their friend. La la la.
They're just trying to give him a big hug.
Mm. Whoa. Is that, you playing the harmonica there?
That's not me. That's someone else. My little brother or something. I don't even know where he found the harmonica.
It's quality homebrew and unique entertainment right here on Jesus Stream.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
I think I've backed myself into a corner
what's
here.
Gonna happen next.
Maybe you can get him stuck under there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe I can lure him under here.
Wrong?
Oh no, there's a UFO here, and I think I've pulled it close enough that I can't jump out past it.
Oh right.
But you have the Archie.
Yeah. These UFOs are quite nasty. I enjoy that every new obstacle to me feels like the biggest obstacle in the game. You're like, the UFOs are new, so I'm like, yeah, the UFOs is the hardest, but I'm dealing with stuff now that...
Yeah, I enjoy these. I enjoy these UFOs. They're good fun. Now, yeah, like for instance, this place here, a little bit dodgy. I sort of had to change that bit around at the last minute to fix an exploit.
Yeah.
So like it does look like it can come in and sort of plug that gap, and then you're screwed. So again, something to look at.
It's very close to that spawn point though, so it kind of does, or that checkpoint. So it just sort of feel like it's not really
I mean,
a problem.
Zone 15 in general is probably the most untested zone in the whole game.
How many zones are there up for people who aren't aware?
Well, there are 15, but that's a lie.
There are many lies.
And that's all I'll say.
The 15 is a lie. I see.
There are 15, but there may or may not be more than 15.
So my assumption here is that I have to press all of these switches, because so far I've never encountered a switch that I didn't have to press.
Yes, you have to press them all.
Okay, good. It's like, if this is just like a big mess of switches that don't do anything, that would be a little bit sad.
That would be pretty funny.
Well,
that would be very mean.
Past the twin jump pads, I'm seeing a whole bunch of blocks in a perfectly octopus-shaped gap.
Yeah. This is great. But I don't think I'm going to unlock whichever colour is unlocked here today.
I would suggest trying though, because have you ever been past this point?
No, this is the furthest I've been, I think.
Well, I would heavily encourage you to try to beat this level. That's what I'll say.
That's personal.
If you can't, that's fine.
I don't think I can skip this, can I? It's like one of the containment levels.
After this, it gets interesting. I'll just say that.
Ah ha ha ha.
Just remember what you did like 50 deaths ago.
I really enjoyed the zero gravity level, like, because it wasn't really in a cluster of
the
levels.
Zero gravity level or the low gravity level?
The low gravity level, sorry.
Because there's low gravity level. Yeah, that was actually a last minute addition, which I was really happy with.
It's got this nice atmosphere to it. It's very different kind of pacing and feel to the rest of it. It's nice.
Right.
And it's at that kind of midpoint, I
mean,
guess.
like
is that. Just give you a bit of a break. And...
Right. It's at the midpoint to give you a break, and also didn't include it in any of the marketing, so it's a bit of a surprise for whoever gets up to it. And yeah, it's got that different aesthetic, that different musical style as well. And it's also different because there's only one level in the entire zone, and it's a really long level.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was pretty happy with how that one turned out.
We should name this UFO. It's become special to you.
Special, yeah. It's my bane. No, it's gonna kill me. Come on. You're like 6 switches done.
Yeah. The trick with this part is to not get hit by the UFO.
Oh yeah, I'll give that a try.
That's magic advice.
Yeah.
If only he knew that 5 minutes ago.
Woo!
They were all commenting on your harmonica playing. Why were you playing the harmonica?
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was fantastic.
Who are you talking to?
The internet people of the world.
Some internet people.
Go!
I'm amazing, aren't I?
Brilliant, skilled, never give up. Alright, we got it. It's red. You've unlocked red.
You've unlocked it.
Hooray!
Oh, good job.
So what does red do then? Ooh.
You cannot play as red in the next level, by the way.
Alright, well, one thing about the map is I know that I can just jump straight back to the beginning, but I don't know where the beginning is, and that kind of makes it hard.
Jump straight back to the beginning
of like the jump back to the first
in
level.
the overworld.
There it is.
Oh right.
I was gonna play the first level.
Yeah,
as
there
red.
are some.
Or second level.
There are a few voids, like spaces in the map that don't have anything, and that's because the way that we gated progress in the map was by just not letting the screen scroll very far, which means that every area has to be every iteration of the map has to be rectangular. So we sort of were forced into some funny situations. It was pretty interesting.
Maybe
with
there's
the
an
design.
arrow or something that says where the main points are.
Signposts or something.
Yeah, and then
Maybe,
there's also like maybe at one point we experimented with pressing a button to zoom out and things like that. But overall, I didn't see it as a huge deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal at all. No. Oh, Red can double jump.
Yep.
Took me a moment to work that out. I was like, what is he doing? He can't run. I don't think he can run. It doesn't look like he can run.
He can run, just like all the other characters. Well, except green and blue can't. But so yeah, it's a double jump, which takes a little while to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It just means that if you want to make a really high jump, you sort of have to. It's a bit harder. But you have a lot more length in your jumps and more, obviously, that bit more of control in midair.
Control. You must learn control.
Yeah, Red's cool. I like Red. I just got the Octopus's achievement. I don't know if I was meant to get that. Is that? Oh no, that's for Red. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was for all of them.
That's for Red, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
Well, that is all of them.
I don't think I've finished anything with Green yet, though.
Oh, you don't.
Oh,
right. Yeah. Sorry. No. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. If you
they're not
haven't,
tied to
I guess
each
if you
other.
haven't finished, they're not tied to each other at all. No.
Yeah.
So I guess if you haven't finished one with Green yet, you'll still get the red one. Yeah. That's fair enough, I suppose.
That's cool.
Alright, now you should definitely go try the level after Zone 15.
We're gonna do this. Alright, I found it. It's got big question marks on it, that's good. We're gonna play as Orange, cool. I'm enjoying the Oh, I'm being abducted again. I think. Help, friends! Save me!
Super jump!
Ooh. This is like a containment area where the others have come from. And they all got different colours, so it's identified me as orange and knows that I've escaped. This is where we started it, at the beginning. I think. Maybe. I like that this is like some nice simple platforming right on the outset. Oh no, friends! They're all being electrocuted. Oh. Alright, we don't go down
This is
there.
totally Matrix.
Yeah.
They're using them as batteries.
Yep, that's right.
There's a big switch here?
That's an excellent walk animation.
Yeah,
I just
love
gotta
walk
see it
animation.
close up.
Oh, it's very dark here. That's like really dark. Oh, and there's an angry Borg toucan. I know it's more like a pelican. So what inspirations were behind this kind of key encounter at this point in the game?
Well, actually, it was. I was working on it for a long time. I'd sort of went through different iterations. I liked the circular chamber idea, and these platforms as well because, well, I won't spoil too much, but a lot of things in this chamber have certain different uses and different
unusual behaviors.
Anyway, you'll see. You'll see. But the actual like boss itself with the pelican head. That was Dieter's idea. He'll be coming in soon, as soon as he figures out Mumble. So,
greetings.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh, do you have? Oh yeah, you have the Mumble link, right? Right. Test. Just call him Test if you can't pronounce his name, because otherwise we'll never be anywhere.
No, please, I do prefer Mr. Theuns.
Shut up.
I have to say, this is, second to my own games, of course. This game has the most charming art I have seen in a game in a long time.
Oh, and we should qualify. He didn't do all of the art.
Oh yeah.
He did a fair bit of it. Most of the environment art was actually done by Claudia, who sort of left the project a little while ago. So Test has done. He did all the work on the map, the logo, and then a lot of just miscellaneous stuff around, just to make the game look really, really nice.
Well,
so,
it does have a
And
very
he also
visible
did this
level of visual polish.
In fact, the boss fight that is currently happening, that's all me.
That's mostly you. You didn't do the you didn't do those mechanical tiles.
Oh, come on, that's like the only thing.
They only take up like 30% of the screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, making it real.
I know.
This is what I have to deal with.
So, do you, like, looking at your I guess your achievement
So
stats?
now you're still on the beam state.
Yeah, I am. I've worked out that I don't have to hop on the things. I can just stand here and wait for him to shoot me, and that'll break open the door a little bit.
Okay, good. Yeah. Most people have been able to figure that out, which is good.
The sign helps.
That sign and everything.
Yeah.
The sign helps, exactly.
It's a good cue.
I think without that it would have been a lot. Yeah. Again, you can thank Test for that. He came up with all the good ideas in this game, really. I mean, seriously.
Literally every good idea.
And then he came up with a ton of bad ideas as well. Like, he's still convinced that it would have been a good idea to have an octopus which you can't see at all.
You know,
Yes.
I didn't notice red at first, and I thought red was invisible.
Actually, hang on. Can we repeat that one phrase? That's awesome.
Oh, come on. No. You're all insane.
No, only I'm insane.
Listen, you're not supposed to agree with him, alright? You're gonna make him get ideas.
I'm countercultural.
I like that as the mastermind behind most of... this is one of the most punishing games I've played in a while. As a mastermind behind the level design here, you're advocating for something, or advocating against something. No, saying that something is a bad idea, which is quite clearly devilishly minded and would fit with the level of evilness that is present in the game design.
Well, I try to aim for evilness that is fun, as opposed to evilness that is dumb. Sometimes to miss the mark, sometimes hit it.
That's a good motto. Evilness that is fun, not evilness that is dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Many of us run Linux, we're insane. Yeah, I agree. I spent 2 hours trying to install Java on Ubuntu the other day, so that was fun.
Oh, I know.
It's easy and gentle. You accept the license and tell it to merge Java, you're done.
It's like Gentoo
Linux.
is the Python of Linux. Just import everything and it's done.
For the records, this part of the boss is like the easy part. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just like the part that gently eases you into it.
Yeah, I was going to say
The
that it
auto-scroller.
feels... I did mention earlier that I appreciated that this bit was being kind of forgiving. Oh, and I I still
Yeah,
refuse to jump out of the way.
And it's honestly quite. The respawn times continue to be very quick. Like, it just becomes a lot harder in between respawns. Like the longest time between checkpoints is about like 15 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But those seconds, to survive those seconds, you're gonna have to work.
So you've got access to stats through Steam achievements and stuff. How do you feel about the progress that the bulk of players are making through the game? Do you feel like people are further through in general than you were expecting, or less far through than you were expecting?
Well,
you could check. I don't know if you can check that, but how many achievements?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah. I honestly haven't even looked at that. I could go look at that now. I guess it would be interesting.
Careful,
but I would have expected about probably less than 10% to ever get up to this boss. So we'll see how that lines up. View global achievement stats. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so 4% of people have beaten the boss.
Yeah, okay.
Which is something that I would expect. And then 0.7% of people have beat 100% the entire game.
That's probably Cavalcadence, I reckon.
That's Cavalcadence.
Probably.
And one other guy.
Yeah, okay. Nice. I like that, you know, it's like the game's been out for less than a day and Cavalcadence is all, yeah, I finished it in 7 hours.
Yeah, I know that. I honestly didn't like the very, very last level of the game. I've not even beaten it, and these two people beat it in like barely even after the game came out.
When you say very last level, is it the levels I'm thinking of, or?
It's the level. It's that one level.
Nobody saw that. That didn't just
one.
happen.
Yes, yes.
That didn't happen at all.
Gets it open, jumps
So I'd come across Cavalcadence before as an Assault Android Cactus player, and they're quite a skilled player of that as well. And NecroDancer.
Yes, Assault Android Cactus is awesome. And NecroDancer.
Yeah.
Those two games both have cameos in Airscape.
I noticed. I'm looking forward to finding those. But I've been mainly focused on avoiding sniper rifles and exploding mines. And...
Fair enough. That's admirable.
So are they hidden in sort of the core levels, or are they hiding elsewhere?
There may be secret levels.
Okay. I will not claim to have previously come across those before.
Yeah, we can't confirm.
No.
Or deny that there are
We
secret
can't
levels.
comment on rumours of secret levels.
It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, but
if you added a timer for total playtime from the start of the save, and if you don't get to the end by a certain time, you get a little message. That was great, but
Nice try.
again.
Yeah.
Harder. Nice try.
Most Nintendo game does.
Alright, I'm obligated to tell you my musician just messaged, and he said you should turn up the sound effects volume a little bit and turn down the music a little bit. He's saying you might not be. Yeah, of course he did. You might not be hearing the sound effect for the beam warning as loudly as you need to.
Oh yeah, alright, well, I will do that.
I honestly don't know.
I was gonna say, I didn't...
But it's fun watching him die.
I didn't feel like there was a significant... Oh, let's just use the mouse for this bit. I didn't feel like there was a significant noticeable sound effect there. But I love the music. The music's great.
The musician worked very hard on that beam sound. there was blood when that was created. So you better damn well appreciate it.
Yep.
There was lots of drama.
There was lots of drama. There was lots of drama in basically every part of this game. So, appreciate it. Because there are a lot of arguments behind basically everything, especially in this boss fight. Like, I was pretty dead set against the Pelican when it was first suggested.
By me.
I was like, really? That's so dumb. But then I sort of realized that, it'll be interesting.
You can, by the way, find.
I'll do something.
You can actually find images on Google or images of an octopus crawling out of a pelican's mouth.
Oh. Pelicans will
It's
stick
really
anything in their
messed up.
mouths, they're crazy.
Yeah, and octopuses can get out of everything. It's like an unstoppable object.
Yeah.
Unstoppable force meeting
An immovable object, yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm totally hearing that sound now.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Yep.
We did it.
Oh my god.
We did it!
You did it. Congratulations.
We've done a thing! And they're gonna break off into their
You
own
beat
levels.
the boss. Just kidding.
Yeah, you blew open the door like 4 times, and this is the time you didn't kill
Ah,
yourself.
spikes! I'm not a fan of spike. Oh wow, I feel like, and this is going to be disappointing for everyone, I feel like I'm just not good enough at zero gravity movement to be able to cope with this at the moment.
Ooh.
Oh,
Bummer.
okay, I see. Whoa.
Well.
Alright, maybe I am fast enough. Maybe it's geared to feel like it's gaining on me until they turn off.
You want to make sure that you're obviously as far inwards as possible.
Yeah.
And not zooming around the outside.
If only there was a deterrent on the inside to keep you from like just ramming your head into there. Oh wait! Excellent done. Good show,
Well, even
chap.
if those spikes weren't there, if you got too close, it would still eat you. So those spikes are actually helping you. Look at it that way.
Yeah, it's a protective barrier for the pelican and me.
That's very representative of this game. The spikes are good.
It's the lesser of two evils, I guess. And yeah, we'll see how you go in this next part. It's
I
a
see
bit
how
more
I'm
brutal.
going in this next part.
If you want a hint on how to beat this part, I can give you one.
Don't die. Is that what it is? Avoid the spikes? I've heard things like this before.
Also- No, also, but an actual hint.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Stick as close to the floor as possible, like kind of scrape
Yeah.
yourself against the floor.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a good way to beat this part.
Ah,
And then, in a lot of these phases, going slower is actually better than going faster. Because the turrets that track you always just stay a little bit behind you.
Yeah.
So even if you're moving slow, they still won't reach you.
Oh!
Why does this game hate gamers? Because gamers hate this game.
Oh. I
Oh,
fell out?
nice.
What was that? I think something happened that wasn't meant to happen there.
Oh, really?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Did you hit a bug?
I think I did.
Oh wow.
I did. I
You
clipped
fell outside the level.
Great.
clipped outside the level.
Oh, he fell outside the level. Damn
Yeah.
it. Alright, well kill yourself, I guess.
No, it's fine.
It gave,
Killed
put me at the
him.
next
It all-
checkpoint. I'm
it
good
all-
with
It all
that.
works out.
It worked out.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh wow, he survived. He survived because he clipped outside the level.
That's
Wow,
not
there
a
you
that's
go.
not a
Great.
bug. That's a
That's a
design
feature.
choice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, well we'll say that. We'll say that.
Yeah, if you keep it in, then all the speedrunners will do it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's have you seen evidence of any people careening through the game aside from Camel Cadence?
I have not seen any speedruns. You'd have to be pretty crazy to speedrun this game.
There are many
They're gonna
crazy
do
people
it,
out
you
there.
know it.
Yeah.
You'd have to be crazy. So I am looking forward to it. I've speedrun the main game, so like from the start up to the boss. I did it in just over 1 hour.
That's right. The
So
achievements
there's an
for 1
achievement
hour,
for doing
right?
it in just. There's an achievement in doing it for just under 1 hour. So I said I'm the benchmark. If I can do it in that fast, then I'll set the achievement a little bit under what I can do, and
So there'll be someone out there.
see how
Someone
people.
special.
I reckon you could beat the entire game if you were really good in more like half an hour.
Yeah, right.
Maybe even quicker.
To watch, they're gonna do it in 20 minutes.
So does that count playthroughs? Like, is that from a new save slot, or is that working from?
That's from a new save slot.
Yeah. So you still got to rescue all the.
And it doesn't time. It, like, I've set it up so it only times you when you're actually playing. It doesn't time you in the map screen or in the menus or anything like that.
Well, that's good for individual local speedrunning.
I know,
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, I don't like it in speedruns when people have to like navigate through the menus really quickly or some other shenanigans.
You know they love it, right? They love doing that.
Yeah, I guess they probably do.
That's their favorite part.
I should have considered leaving. I should have considered having like an inventory in this game just so they can use that glitch to write assembly code and teleport them to the end.
Yeah.
You know, gotta love stuff like that.
It's impressive though. It's its own special kind of thing.
It totally is. It totally is.
It's just like the amount of deep knowledge that you've got to have of something that somebody else made that you probably haven't come into contact with. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
A while back, I watched this YouTube video of a guy speedrunning the what's it called, Psychonauts.
Yeah.
With the developers next to him, from Schaefer and the gang next to him. And it was actually kind of really cute because like the developers were all like, "Oh no!" Like all the programmers were just crying their eyes out.
That's pretty funny actually. I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
That
it's
would totally be me if someone was like abusing all of the glitches. Like honestly, if you got this game down to a low enough frame rate, you could do all sorts of crazy stuff. So
I had noticed that when
Watch, they'll artificially limit the frame rate now.
yeah, now I'm bawling my eyes out.
I had actually artificially limited the frame rate a little bit before in the past, and found that I could clip through things that I definitely wasn't meant to clip through.
Right, and in the past, it was a lot worse than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, the engine has implemented something which caps frame rate at 30, so it technically won't go below 30, it'll just slow down.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little bit more predictable, yeah. But the fact that it's reliant on browser technology, which apparently browsers have a really hard time with VSync and reliable frame rates, so there's always going to be issues like that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There will also never be a world where I understand how browsers have frame rates. It blows my mind how that even works.
And the best part is that it's tied into input latency as well.
Yep.
So not only do they have frame rate issues, but they also have input latency issues. And I have no idea what goes on, but somewhere in Chrome's 10 million lines of code, there'll be some reason for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just comes back to
this
browsers
children's
not
why you don't make
originally.
HTML5 games.
Right. Yeah, browsers weren't kind of designed with this stuff in mind.
Yeah, they weren't designed for this. JavaScript wasn't designed for this.
No.
None of this was designed for this, except WebGL, which is great.
Yeah.
That was designed for this. So WebGL is nice. Everything else, not so nice.
I feel like I'm not standing in the optimal position.
Of course, the
for
nice
this.
thing about HTML5. The nice thing about HTML5 is that basically I can just press a button and it works on Linux, which is really nice, and Mac. So all of you people can be playing it. Although
Which
if
is
I was
totally
making
appreciated.
Unity, I guess it would also work in Linux.
Yeah. But, you know, that's got its own quirks and foibles.
Well, definitely. Yeah, I've been playing around with it a little bit, already driving me a bit crazy with some of its quirks.
Yeah. Oh, Linux is a relatively young platform for Unity as well, so it's got a few extra hurdles. But, you know, it's been improving over time, and
Sure.
yeah, a lot of people having good experiences.
Is it easier to kite those missiles counterclockwise around the whole playfield?
I don't know if it makes a difference.
It's actually maybe more interesting to stand under the platforms.
Yeah, if you
that's
stand
what I
under
was
the
thinking.
platforms, it's a bit easier.
don't know what it is.
Citation needed.
Oh. Ah.
So if you make the missiles that are coming to you hit off the top of the
Yeah, I
top
did
of
it.
that platform, and you don't have to deal with them. Oh right, yeah, I'm watching like 30 seconds in the past, so
Yeah, it's the downside of Australian internets is that that this is the best that we can manage at the moment. One day, someday in the mystical future,
Yeah.
NBN will exist, and I'll be able to use that.
yeah. Well, we're supposed to get it in a few months, so looking forward.
Yeah, we like lots of Tasmania were supposed to get it first because there were like pilot sites and stuff here, but
Okay.
oh, this one follows me. That's interesting.
Yeah, it follows you. Yeah, that's.
That was
fun-
the
have fun with this
proudest I've ever heard you. That follows you.
one. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Do you like that? Isn't that nice?
It's beautiful and very friendly. Oh, now we're underwater.
Well done, Ben. Well done.
Thank you.
What?
As I said, the platforms have certain features.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, this is the part I had hell.
It's totally gray.
This is maybe the
Great,
worst
little player.
part. This may be the worst part.
Alright, so I can't just hug the edge. I have to actively avoid
Yeah,
them.
it's designed so that you have to go. It's designed so that you have to go above them, and but you also can't go too close to the pelican or it'll eat you.
Because eating's what pelicans
So you can't
do
just
best.
you can't just slink around the edge and wait for them to move up, because you'll die.
I'm definitely mastering that dying part. I feel.
Yeah,
Vindicated.
you're good at that. So
Yeah.
Congratulations. We put in achievements for dying as well, so that everyone can feel like they win.
A common theme we've heard so far is that people are calling this a Dark Souls of platformers.
Yeah.
It's a good job. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's a good compliment, I guess.
I feel you bad.
Yeah.
that-
Well, this is one of the few games that, for some people, watching it might actually be harder than playing. Due to
Yeah,
the motion sickness factor.
yeah.
So that's interesting to consider.
Yeah, I could not watch this full screen. I would definitely get sick.
Yeah, like a lot of that just comes down to whether or not you're in control of the movement. If you're in control of the movement, it's if it's in
Exactly.
response to your movement.
It hugely comes down to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in a car. If you're driving, you're not going to get car sick.
So have you considered any kind of VR support for this?
Oh yeah. We're calling it Octopus Rift.
Nice. Nice.
Octorift.
You know, I know,
Yeah,
it's like...
we've planned it out.
Dan,
Mhm.
that making puns, that's way out of your league.
That pun has been like we've been using that pun for ages. All right. I don't think I didn't even come up with that. I didn't even come up with that pun. It was someone else. I'm just relaying it. I forgot who originally came up with it.
Probably me.
Probably.
So I have a question, actually.
Hmm.
What do you think about the fact that you can you right trigger to change the rotation of the gravity, the speed at which it goes?
It's the buttons, it's the bumpers, not the triggers.
Oh, bumper, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a trigger run or something. I'm playing with a keyboard, so I
Oh,
don't
he's
know.
playing with the keyboard. Well, it's J and K on the keyboard to dynamically change the gravity.
I don't dynamically
And
change
what
it.
he's talking about is that we sort of had an argument about whether it should be buttons in the actual game to change the gravity rate, or whether it should just be options in settings menu
Okay.
to change the screen rotation rate. So I don't know. He's trying to get more credit for his brilliant ideas, I suppose.
Yes, that is all I'm here for.
I do appreciate that in the intro it tells you about it, because otherwise you're not necessarily going to look for it at that point in the game where you need to think about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, no,
JK.
jump is the same as
Jump is
move
up,
forward.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, that was very
that's
important.
5,
That
yeah.
those buttons were the same, so that essentially that was something really important with the swimming mechanic. Is that when you transition between swimming and movement, the controls are still the same, which is really
feel
important.
like
Of course, the difference is that you have the ability to go back.
yeah. I feel like Blue has a bit of an issue there when the teleportability changes from moving you ahead to moving you sideways.
From moving up to
Yeah.
moving sideways, yes. Yeah, that's something I played around with a bit, and I couldn't really find a good alternative there.
It's not too bad.
Anything other than sideways when you're not in water feels really strange, and
Yeah.
anything other than directly up and down when you are in water also feels really strange.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, totally the nature of
there's not a lot we could do there.
I wonder if maybe because of the sound problem I'm having that it also might be running a little bit less.
What's the sound problem?
It's happened once before, and it's my computer being stupid. It's my sound subsystem.
It's your specific computer, not.
Yeah,
not
I don't think it's the
sound of
game, no.
because there was a sound bug here, which I think I fixed.
This was happening in the early levels as well. It just sort of seemed to happen
Okay.
going into water. About the time that you mentioned that the stream was stuttering was when it started. But it only happened during underwater moments,
Right.
so it's a little bit more pronounced now than it was before.
Okay. Well, it may well be a problem with the game. I mean, it comes down to it probably just comes down to the audio engine in Construct 2, which, for what it's worth, is really good, but HTML5 audio is a complete joke.
Yeah.
So it does the best what it can with what it has, but
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of sound, actually,
Mm.
if you want to download the songs from this game, you can
yeah.
download them for free or donate a bit to the musician.
pay what you want. Yeah, I'll get the link.
That's on Bandcamp, right?
Yes. I'll get the link and post it in chat.
That is beautiful. Thank you. Whoop.
Self-promoting. Awesome.
No, but the soundtrack is definitely one of the game's key things. I think it's great.
Yeah, the soundtrack is awesome. Yeah, I especially like his boss music. I don't have audio on the stream, so I can't hear it right now. But yeah, he did a really good job with it, and it has a lot of variety in the soundtrack, which I really like.
Yeah.
Every zone kind of feels different.
Yeah, I like the way that there's a lot of I don't know, emotion isn't the right word. It's like some feel dark and some feel bright and happy, and maybe emotion is the right word. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like they do have
I know.
very distinct character.
Well, I hated all of it.
So do you have do either of you have a favorite level in the game?
Ooh.
Favorite level?
I think it's hard. It's hard for me. I mean, because I'm completely biased anyway.
I don't know. People like to get angry about that, but to me, like the
Like
biased
most
opinions are the ones that mean
bi-
the most.
Favorite level. I think that zero gravity one that you were talking about. I enjoy favorite level conceptually. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Favorite mechanic maybe. I also like the zero gravity levels.
I'm kind of partial to Bog Toxicon. Just the whole. It's not like the. I've heard people hate the water, like hurting them. I've heard it a couple times, but I still like that idea because it was mine. But no, seriously, I do think I kind of just like all the sphere, the atmosphere in Bog Toxicum.
I quite like it. I do.
Oh, nice.
Do relate to people who find it quite challenging because I struggled with it a lot when I was testing. But I think you tuned it to be a little bit easier. To like loosen up some of the drowning timing. I think on that. Did you, Daniel?
Sorry, what was that?
Some of Bog Toxicon's timing. Did you change that at any point? Because I felt like I struggled with it a lot more during
the
testing.
Drowning timing? I think that's been the same.
Okay, maybe I just got better. I got better at swimming.
Maybe you just got better. Yeah, I did change some of the levels around. I did get rid of one of the levels entirely in that zone because it was just too hard and a bit weird. So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Could be. I just remember that was the first time that I was tempted to skip a level. And I was like, yeah, I'm sad that I don't want to play this particular level. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, just kind of sick of drowning in the green slime.
I have a question. Have you ever thought when you first you get the first new octopus, the purple one? From that point on, did you always play with the new octopuses, or did you always pick a different one?
I play primarily with orange, personally. But there have been times when I've switched up to another one to have a bit better experience. Like changed to blue for a couple of the levels just after you unlock him, because it's a little bit easier to teleport through some of those obstacles. But in general,
you switch them around.
Yeah, I'll switch up to like contextually if it's needed, but for almost everything I've used orange.
Yeah, because like I have noticed that some people really just use the octopus they lost unlocked, which is very weird to me. Because at one point you unlock green, and it's like you cannot play certain levels with green.
Yeah.
You can, but you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like green is the one octopus that I haven't had a lot of like expressed desire to use. Like I've never gone, oh, that's a really helpful ability.
Yeah, well, some people really like green, which is interesting. Like those two people, which have beaten the whole game, they beat that final level with green. Which is pretty interesting.
Green has one sole reason to exist, and it's homing enemies. That is the basis of his existence. It wasn't even meant to be that way, but that's
very
how
weak against turrets, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it feels like it's unclear to me whether green only slows time down or whether green speeds up a little bit during that time as well. Like it. I don't know.
What it does is that it slows time down for itself a little bit, and then for everything near you, for everything really close, it slows down time a lot, and then as it goes further away, it doesn't have an effect at all.
Yeah.
So things far away from you will still be moving fast, which is why it's weak against turrets.
It's like the sniper rifle type things. It doesn't have any effect on because they're like hit scan, aren't they?
Well, it would have effect on their tracking if it was close to them.
Yeah, but the beam itself
on how far they tracked you.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the beam itself has to be on top of you for a certain amount of time.
Yep.
So I guess, yeah. It's like the ring in Braid. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that was a subliminal inspiration.
Well, but yeah, Green's an interesting character. I appreciate the the novelty. It's kind of cool. The concept's neat, but yeah, I haven't found a lot of practical use.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
it.
like half the reason to put it in was the tech. Honestly, like, oh cool,
Yeah.
I can change delta time for all of these objects and do it dynamically and have it just work.
We actually had a hard time coming up with something for Green to do. Like,
Yeah,
he's been
originally
through
it had-
a lot of stuff.
Originally, it had a shield,
Huh.
and the concept for Green was that it had a shield, and it would protect you from one hit. But all the checkpoints in the level didn't work,
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
so it was kind of like you had a portable checkpoint almost, and you would survive one hit, but then you couldn't actually use checkpoints, so it's sort of risk reward.
I just press R there.
The problem with that one was that there are a lot of cases where when you get hit, you have to die.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
That
That is
Did you
not
hit a
good.
bug or something?
Oh, I did
Oh,
again.
Okay, you get out of it.
He evicted himself from the playfield.
Yeah.
Oh, again, great.
Yeah, one of the
Damnit Dan.
platforms pushed me out.
I don't see how that can happen, but
He
Oh,
was
I put it- I
right
put it-
on the center side of the spike and got
right,
pushed.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
That's
put
my
that as a
fault.
bug. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's your fault. Yeah, yeah, you go ahead and say that.
Yeah,
Here we like to.
I think I'm in one of
here
those.
We like to blame the player for every mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why do you hate gamers? Why do you hate your players?
Stop going in the floor.
I'm trying. Yeah, I think that the sound crackly problem that I've got, which is probably making this awful to listen to, is reducing my frame rate a little bit. Like, I think it's my sound system. When Pulse goes funny, it eats
Really?
a lot of CPU and
Wow.
goes nuts. So I think it might be
Jeez.
that's making.
Well, I
it
hope that's not a
possible.
problem. I hope it's not a problem with the game.
I don't think so. I think I've just got like
it may well be though.
a bad config. Yeah. And I know that it will go
This is
away
why
if
you
I
don't use
restart.
Pulse.
I know that it will stop if I restart my the game, but I'll lose my checkpoint progress, which is not what I want right now.
That's not what you want.
So I'm gonna stick with it.
I believe. I believe there's like 3 more waves or something. Just
Only
frame
3.
of reference.
It's cool though. I like from the perspective of just playing the game and not knowing where it's gonna go or what's gonna happen. I didn't do that. Someone else did that.
Well, I'm not sure, so take that as you want.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And so, do you guys have do you have a preference for Octopus when you play? I feel like most of the levels have been tuned for
For
orange.
me, they have, and that's something we could have done better probably. The problem is that we were fine tuning the other octopuses so much all the time that you can't. It was hard to design levels tuned for them all because they all change so much.
Yeah, it's like
so
5
I mean, I
different
don't really
games.
know what the solution. I really don't know what the solution for something like that would be. So I just decided to take the Super Meat Boy approach, where they have a lot of characters, and the levels aren't really tuned for any specific characters apart from the main one.
I also think I prefer that game design-wise. Just like the idea, you can finish this game with every character.
Well, it kind of
I
lets the
think I
character
prefer
choice be
that
like an
idea.
expressive thing as well. Like, if
Yeah.
that's what the player chooses.
It really adds like game style as opposed to, okay, now you have to pick this octopus for this level or else you can't progress.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of a guessing game, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
Personally, I just like the purple one because it's easy mode.
With slow fall.
Yeah, yes.
It's easy mode, but it's so hard to turn around.
Did you design the purple one?
Maybe. No, I actually did bring that up when we were thinking of ideas for octopuses. But I like the idea of sort of combining Princess Peach and Luigi from Mario.
Wait. We had the purple octopuses before you even joined the project, man.
No, you didn't.
We totally did. You're just making all this up.
No.
It's ridiculous. Yes, you are. This was in the game before you even...
Yeah, but it wasn't floaty yet. It was just an
Yes,
octopus.
it totally...
No,
It totally was. Oh, no, wait, maybe it wasn't. No, it totally was. No. See, now I'm...
This is why internal documentation
it's
is
been so
important.
long.
You just go to the commit that adds purple octopus.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's been so long.
Anyway, I like the idea of combined Princess Peach and Luigi, of where you have floats, but you're also slippery. So they kind of cancel each other.
They complement each other well.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this section of the boss fight, you've just got to sort of find the right position.
Not too close, not too far
the right
away.
way to optimize his laser. Well, yeah, and that access as well, but also just the right. So you're not wasting time by going around and the laser isn't hitting the door. You should try to just cycle back and forth so it's always hitting the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found that actually to be really useful. Just go one way and then the other back.
Yeah.
Instead of circling.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
Circling's
like
a
a
lot
good
but
idea.
it'll take you a while.
I do like that this boss also doesn't mess around. He actually tries killing you, really actively. Because in a lot of Nintendo games, for example, where you have the big red fuck me lights. I can swear on this, can I?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Hey.
Well, I mean, but we kind of have that. I mean, there's a freaking sign on the door that says, "Hey, shoot laser here."
Yeah, but it's not on the boss itself, you know.
I guess
And it's not like a big red button on him that you have to press. It's something like he is shooting that laser just explicitly to kill you. So
yeah, I guess
that I feel that works. At one point we decided on the names of the achievements, and there were a lot of octopus puns.
yes. Achievements are the
in
best
lots.
place to make puns.
You can never have too many puns, that is.
At one point, I suggested using Boltopus.
Boltopus.
Sadly, it was too silly for Dan, and he just made it into Boltopus. Damnit Dan.
She sends a pun adventure.
Sorry, man.
What am I doing? I like that when you just...
Wait a minute.
When you skirt
You
along...
just got the flippin'... That's really interesting. So you triggered... You must have triggered the boss ending without ending the boss.
Maybe?
So actually, I may have seen at one point that the laser actually went through
Right.
the...
So that's probably what happened. The laser probably went through the door while you were dead.
Yeah.
And then that triggered the ending, but then you respawned.
Dear.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I like that when you
Trailblazing
okay.
here.
when you just skirt the edge, that it gingerly reaches out to grab you. I like that. It's nice.
I love when sometimes the pelican eats you very gently.
Yeah.
Like you pass by and he just pop.
That's what I was saying just before.
Portals.
I love that. It's
Excellent.
beautiful.
So why are you called cheese? Do you?
I don't know. I don't talk about it much.
Is there any reason, or is it just a random name?
You see, if I
Talk about it.
if I say that I don't talk about it much, then it's mysterious and has,
It is mysterious.
mystique. If I say
now I'm compelled to know.
if I say, oh, no reason, then it's boring.
That you asked that like it was like something super embarrassing. Like, do you want to talk about this or?
Act like my parents were murdered by cheese or something.
Dan. How did you come up with the name Daniel West?
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Did some...
no one has that
have you ever seen The Lion King, and then they're born and they've got the whole ceremony.
Yes.
And then I was given the name Daniel West. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh, you were like the third cut from the right.
Can you feel
you were named for the first thing your parents saw when you were born.
Yes, a Daniel West. I don't even.
His middle name is Damnit. That's why we always say that we have called him Damnit Dan throughout the entirety of.
I imagine
his
players.
entire game.
I know. I was streaming last night, and I may have said that once or twice.
But that is now your official nickname.
That's the fuel that keeps me going. Is getting angry.
Actually, there was a lot of Daniel. Why? I thought we were friends.
That is what gets you rocks off. It's people making people angry and sad. Are you the worst person to live? Then
maybe.
Do you love suffering?
Who doesn't?
Maybe. I don't know. There are games that have more suffering than this, though. I mean, you've played I Want to Be the Guy, but that's just a different league.
I have not played I Want to Be the Guy. I have played the Guy level in Super Meat Boy.
Oh, well, that's different.
So NitroFlow's just joined and wants to know what's going on. This is the final boss fight where I get eaten by Pelican.
On a loop. He does seem to be failing in like the same way every time.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, he's artfully going down the throat of the pelican.
The definition of madness, we call it. Yeah, that's going to be the sequel.
So this is Airscape.
Wow,
this is the boss fight.
Ran right into the pelican.
I did like this. Yeah, this is the final boss fight of this game. What am I doing?
This is getting frustrating to watch.
It is.
I
Well,
can't
do you
imagine
care
how
to give him a
frustrating it must be
dev
to
code
play.
to become invincible?
Dan sits in his office, hands in his hair, his papers strewn all across the desk, and he looks at it's like plans of atom bombs, and it's like, what have I become? I have become death.
Alright.
Yeah.
So close.
The rest of the game is not like this. There are no robot pelicans and no spinny spiky platforms and no... Well, there are many giant laser beams, but none quite that big.
Oh man, you almost like there.
Wait, you actually think that? Because this is like the basic enemy. Like this is where the game starts.
Yeah,
The rest was a training.
There are like 5 of these in
Yeah.
every level.
Yeah.
We're just teaching you how to swim.
It's like you realize you've been playing the tutorial this whole time, right?
Yep. That's why there's a sign there
Yeah,
saying that I
like
need to point the laser in this direction.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah, later on, not that nice. You're getting it though. Every time you're slowly getting a little bit better, which is good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling that, but I'm definitely trying.
It seems like you need to
I
make
can
a
definitely
sweeping
see
pass over the two
I'll give you a
fights
hint.
closest to
can
the
actually-
exit.
This part can actually be easier if you don't run.
Alright. I will attempt to not run.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, I landed 3 hits then, I think. I thought I had it, but...
Oh man, you were so close.
Like I'm muting myself occasionally, but every time you cut the door, I always go like, oh. Oh.
You were too fast
Yeah.
getting around. So
Yeah,
You're
which
too-
is why I said not run.
you're too good at optimizing.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
No.
In the wise words of a great philosopher, gotta go fast.
So now that
you were so close.
I was incredibly close, and I'm not thinking about it because I'm gonna cry. No. Now that Airscape is out, what is in the future for I feel bad for forgetting the name of your company.
No, I'm probably going to forget the name soon as well. It's basically just how to create one for legal reasons.
Yeah.
A cross product.
That's the
What is
one.
in the future? I don't know.
I knew it started with
I
C.
don't know.
Crippling depression. Sadness.
We can hope not.
That's a good company name. Oh, I thought you were suggesting Crippling Depression as the company name. Would have been pretty funny.
That would be fine too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at uni now, so I'm doing uni, and other than that, I've been playing around with Unity a bit.
Yep.
So we'll see. No concrete plans.
No concrete plans are often the... What am I doing? No concrete plans are often the best plans.
You're swimming.
I just landed like 2 or 3 hits
definitely
and then swam straight into Pelican for no good reason.
Oh, gee, that is horrible.
Oh my gosh!
oh,
You did, oh.
That's...
I'm gonna start crying now.
Yeah. That is the most depressing thing I've seen today.
Ah.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm, aside from becoming pelican food quite frequently, I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh noes! Oh noes! What happened?
Yeah, well,
the game is
you
unhappy.
Did it.
I did do it.
You did it?
Yeah.
You did it?
He did it.
He did it?
Yeah, is there any way I can reinitialize the audio? Because I'm sure that it would be... I feel bad that we're at a pivotal moment in the game and it's crackly.
Not from within the game.
Yeah.
Not from within the game, no. Unless you can, like, do it through the computer.
Yeah, if I restart Pulse, the game won't be able to
Yeah, I
find
feel
it
bad.
again. I'll lose audio entirely.
Yeah, I'm not doing... I don't have audio on, so I can't hear how
It's
bad it is,
okay.
but...
It's not good.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, look, it's my problem. I mean, it doesn't bother me personally. It just feels a bit sad to have it on the stream a bit crackly for...
So, I originally suggested having more bosses, but apparently, like, technically, it's just undoable. Like, there's too much work that goes into it, which is sad, because I did really like this boss.
Yeah, this boss alone took flippin' forever. It's like 8% of the code of the entire game is just in that boss. And that's probably just because I'm a terrible coder. So...
Well, there you
I don't
are.
know.
Is anybody not?
I just need to become better. I guess everyone's really terrible because no matter what, you look at your code from a year ago and you're like, I was such a moron.
Yep. What was past me thinking? What the hell? Oh hey,
Did you
Hello.
miss your name in the credits?
who's that? I prefer. I like that I'm upside down. Oh, thank you.
I hope I got your name right. I just pulled it off the Patreon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Patreon.
That's totally fine. Alright, so I have died 2,302 times. I have jumped 6,595 times. I have walked 2.2 kilometers. No, 22.7 kilometers. I've swum. Oh, we can watch this go up in real time. Isn't that nice?
Oh, you had 100 deaths less than me.
11.3 kilometers swam. Thanks for playing.
Nice.
I'm gonna close and reopen the game, and it should be happy.
Yeah, hopefully.
Should being the operative word, of course. So let me just do the thing. That's better. 86 critters. Yeah, that seems better. Are these ordered in any way? It seems like many of them represent...
there's no order.
Yeah, okay. It seems like many of them represent the style of the zones earlier in the game.
They're all based off previous levels.
Oh, I'm gold? What does gold do?
Gold, it's exactly the same. If you have any confusion about that whole thing, you can blame Test for that entirely, because
Blame me for the brilliant idea. Yeah.
So this is like evolved orange, right? Is that?
Yeah, it
Yes.
has exactly the same stats and everything. It just has that tattoo.
Oh, what am I doing?
And so yeah, these levels really ramp up the difficulty, as you'll probably see.
Orange would say in.
We sort of get rid of any pretense of mercy and just say screw you.
Well, you did. we looked at the Pelican and thought, this is too easy.
Yeah.
What the hell is in the foreground?
This part.
Yeah, little drifty
What?
things.
I did not even notice this. What did
The
you?
foreground? It's the mushroom particles.
Okay, it looks like something completely different, and I can't untake it right now.
Wow, dude, you drew those. You drew those yourself.
Yeah, but like in the mushroom level, they did not like stand out at all.
They look exactly the same. Wow, now I can't.
Cannot unsee.
You need to redraw those or something, man.
No way, they're in forever.
This is on you.
You put them in this level.
So I'm gonna guess here that
They've been
Cavalcadance
signed
has
off
already
on.
finished all of these 18 times.
Cavalcadance is beaten, yeah.
Yeah. Putting me to shame.
Yeah, complete. I'm like, yeah, like he's been, or she, I don't know, they've beaten this level that I have not even beaten, which.
Which level is that? Is that this level?
No.
No.
There's a level that you have not unlocked.
Okay, so that's for finishing all of these. I
That
assume?
is
Yeah.
a lot harder than this.
So if
Oh,
you had any
come now.
worries about not getting the last death achievement, don't worry about it. Get you guys.
Yeah.
Can we make these mushroom effects kill cheese?
Well, it's
Just
interesting to
choose
see the way
nobody
that,
else.
that people approach games these days. Like, people seem very completion oriented, but there are games that I played when I was a lot younger that it took me years to get through, and it was like, to discover some hidden thing a few years later or something that like breathes new life into a game. So having this stuff that's pretty full on to come back to, I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's designed so that, like, I really wanted to design it so that you'll never just finish it and just be like,
I'm done.
oh, great, what now? It should always be like, wow, there's this super hard thing. I don't know if I'm ready to try this right now.
Yeah.
But, I'll, at least there's this option, there's this goal for me to aspire to. There's this goal for me to aspire to, which will give me more,
Yeah.
I guess, more value out of the game.
Well, I guess it's like more of what you enjoy, because I mean you like the game, obviously, if you're getting this far, right? So you're kind of rewarding
exactly.
people with more game.
Exactly. You're up for a challenge, so yeah.
Which is why I suggested the invisible octopus. But no, it's too hard.
Tess, you should answer this one.
So there's a question in there
The
from
octopus
chat.
is always right in the center of the screen, right?
Yeah, and
Well,
like,
then what's the problem?
and it would leave like little trails of walking. So what's
What's
the
down
big
here?
Tess, there's a question for you in the chat.
deal? Oh,
Can you see it?
Cavalcadance
yes,
has asked, out of curiosity, is there a reason that Orange is the only character without a forehead mark at the beginning? Is he/she the youngest, maybe?
yeah, that was kind of the idea of like you have like the youngest character, zeroing on without a mark on the forehead, and after like obviously proving himself, he gets one. We also had
He/she, by the way. We don't have any established gender for any of the octopuses. You can choose that for yourself.
I want to start
cool.
a
I
big
appreciate
controversy out of this.
And these lovely mushroom particles can take on whatever meaning you want as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't strike me as odd at all if Tess did this completely intentionally and I just didn't even know about it.
I did not, believe me.
Quote unquote does not know.
Also,
Alright.
One detail I do want you guys to notice and know of, because I am so proud of it and no one has mentioned it yet. So sad about that. But when you get close to enemies, your eyes get bigger.
Oh, I noticed that, and I thought that was really cool. I saw it.
Okay, thank God someone noticed it.
I saw it, I can't remember when I noticed it. I thought it was like random at first, and then I was like, oh no, it's getting big because I'm standing right next to one of these dudes, and I probably shouldn't be. I think it was one of, actually I'm gonna go and find the level because it's a level that I enjoy. Spinning Seas, I gotta say, like, Spinning Seas was totally unexpected when I got to it, and I thought it was fantastic. But the
Really?
level...
Oh yeah, I met one person reviewed it and he marked it out as like awful because it's so difficult.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
it is. He really thought it was like the worst thing. But I personally, I think the worst thing was like when you have the zero gravity one with the falling anvils.
Oh, I thought that was. I love that. I love that part.
I really did not like that part because the anvils were way too fast.
The anvil?
I call them anvils because like, you know, they just kind of randomly drop out of the sky. They're anvils to me.
Oh, like the spaceship
Do
things.
anvils often randomly drop out of the sky?
Yeah, in like Looney Tunes cartoons.
Okay, man. Okay.
Oh. What was I thinking? I obviously wasn't.
Oh, also, careful.
So I'm interested in seeing what you think of this part with the automatic shifting gravity. I haven't heard a lot of feedback about this, and if people like it or hate it.
Careful, that is also like way too late.
not acceptable.
In level 17.2, noticing that you like that the eyes don't get bigger. That's like that's our fault, but that's like way too late.
Yeah, it wasn't this level. I just kind of remembered that I love the spiral one, and
The spiral one is also really great. I really like the spiral
it's
one.
a
It's very
fantastic
clever.
level. And I just want an opportunity to show it off here, and also an opportunity to show off that I can actually play this game, and I'm not I'm not as crap as I was at the boss fight. Oh dear. He says as he jumps into an enemy.
Well, that's kind of expected in this game.
That last jump there between the two really close mines is particularly nasty. Oh. I remember we were talking about this just before release, and I think I can't remember if it's changed much. I know visually it's changed a bunch because it didn't have anywhere near as much decoration.
There wasn't a checkpoint. The checkpoint was in this part at the end.
Right.
Instead of in the middle here, which means that if you died at this part or even right at the end, you'd have to go way back to the start, which is pretty nasty.
It is.
So now there's effectively two checkpoints in this level.
Yeah.
Even
For
though
the
there's
price
just
of one. Yeah.
Because you can hit it again on the way back. Which was definitely reasonable, and it's another thing that we were talking about. How in some places the game has checkpoints that are too far apart, which comes back to, again, needed to have better playtesting.
That was exciting. Have you ever seen that happen before?
What happened? Hold on, I'm watching the live action replay now.
Oh, dear God.
Oh no! Someone told me that happened to them. Yeah. Okay. Well, no. I'm glad I can see that live, and I totally know what caused that.
Yeah. I had a lot of momentum, and
So what happens? You had a lot of momentum falling down, and then the gravity redirected, but your momentum doesn't change.
Yep.
So your momentum pushed you right into the ground, and you died. Huh.
Just like real life, when you change gravity and you drive yourself into the ground.
There you go. Now you've all seen the dodgy coding of this game for your own eyes.
Hey, it's quality. It's completely accurate to itself.
It's a feature.
Yeah.
As the best say it's a feature.
Hmm.
Alright, remember when I said I could play this game?
Yeah, you did make that
I was exaggerating. Playing this game involves running into the same obstacle many times.
It's not a squid, it's a feature.
Yeah, well, speaking of squids, it would have been awesome to include a Splatoon cameo in this game. However, Nintendo doesn't take too kindly to those sorts of things.
Weren't we going to come to the
well.
party on licensing?
Hmm?
Nintendo weren't coming to the party on licensing? That's not very nice.
No, we just didn't bother because
Yeah.
we knew this was.
We didn't bother because Nintendo is like locks its IP up really tight. You can't. They're very protective about their IP, which is fair enough.
Hooray! Checkpoint.
I'm making good use of that checkpoint.
Yeah, make sure hit it 5 times just to make sure that you got it.
Maybe on the 6th time it won't explode. We'll simply see that.
Oh, that is the best idea.
Sounds like
We
that sounds like one of
totally
Test's
should have done
ideas.
that. Yeah, we totally should
See,
have done
I
that.
knew Test.
But
It's such a cool idea.
I
See,
love
this
that
is
spiral
this is,
level.
this is what I have to put up with. These are the kind of ideas that he likes.
Yeah, totally.
But there's a spot in one of these earlier levels. I think it's one of the early ones with it's like a whole stack of those little droids that run along the ground, and there's 4 of them very packed
Yeah,
in
that's
tightly.
that's 10-3.
10-3?
It's 10-3.
That was where I noticed.
Go up.
Yeah, this is why I was here. I was like, yeah, this level. This was where I noticed that the eyes were getting bigger. So just sort of sitting on this rock watching the timing, and I was like, what is going on there? And then I was like, yeah, of course his eyes are getting bigger. He's like near death. I don't even remember the timing for this.
So you jump and you die, and then you go, nope, not that timing.
I think we could have made the eyes even bigger.
That's the timing on that. Wahaha!
It would not have mattered if they came off his face. They're even bigger, so it was more noticeable.
Hmm.
But
Well,
that's
the helmet
whatever.
kind of... The helmet's a great effect, but it washes out the features a little bit, so it makes it difficult to convey that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? Aside from dying. Alright. I was going to go back and play 1 or 2 early levels, so that I can look like I know what I'm doing. I'll just play that gravity level. I love that.
Also, we can look at the map screen, which I do.
Oh yeah, let's look at the map screen some more. Do you have a
Well,
favourite
they
corner
were
of the
just
map
talking about
screen?
that before you came, people were wondering if it was inspired by World of Goo.
No, because I never played that game.
There you go.
I really enjoy the way the background shifts to be flavoured with the zone. And the music shifts
Yep.
as well. So it's really nice.
Yeah, none of that was Test's idea. That was all me. So.
And I love the little caricatures of each level, that they're kind of accurate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Test did a great job on those. Took him forever though.
Oh,
Initially, he was like, "I'll be able to knock those out in a couple days."
Do I need
And
to?
then, like 5
do I
weeks
need-
later, he's like,
Do I need to post a screenshot of what the level of what the map screen originally looked like, Dan?
"Hey, I never said it was good when I was responsible for it."
Because it wasn't.
Okay, good.
Glad we agree.
Okay, something I really like about this level, and which is just like a natural consequence, which I didn't even implement,
It's
is that the
non-linear.
particles also have low gravity,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so that the particles just like sort of fly up.
It looks cool.
Really cool. and wasn't even intentional. It just sort of happened, and I was like, huh, that's neat.
I like as well that it's kind of non-linear compared to the rest of the levels. That you can kind of take whatever path you want through.
It is linear, but like every section is sort of non-linear, I
Right,
guess, within
right.
itself. But the overall flow of it is.
Yeah, you're still moving towards the exit.
I love the suggestion of doing the pelican.
Yeah, do the pelican again. Yeah, I love that bit. Do the pelican again.
do that bit.
Thanks, Apo. It's appreciated.
It's like a dance move. Do the pelican.
Oh no, we're gonna die here.
All right. Well, I actually have to leave now.
That's all right.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I probably should stop too.
Yeah, I should wrap up.
Thank you for
things.
having me there.
Thanks very much for coming along. It's been fun. I'll pop this up
It's good.
online at some point, and give you a link to it as well. If you're
Cool.
looking for a recording of a chat about the things that we've covered, it'll be out there.
Sure.
The pelican is the most depressing dance.
Yeah, I'll if I get time, I'll try and do some kind of like training montage of the pelican battle.
Yeah.
Dear. But yeah, thank you so
All
much
right,
again for joining
well-
us, and thanks for making an awesome game, because it's been a lot of fun to play.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Thanks for not getting too frustrated. And all right. See you
I
around.
hated every aspect of this game.
Shut up. All right. Bye.
Cheers.
So yeah.
And thanks to Telly, and I think Nemoder was here for a bit as well. Thanks to everybody who dropped in to say hi in chat. It's been fun to stream this game and not be very good at it for you all. Hope you have enjoyed what you've seen, and have enjoyed listening to me waffle. And I'm in that loop again where I continue talking, knowing that I'm going to need to leave a little bit of gap for the stream to end. Otherwise, if I cut it off now, it'll die early. But then I keep talking.